Hi Year 9, it's Mr. Easterbrook here. We've got another video where I'm going to take you through step by step how we're going to make a virtual model of our storage box, our wooden storage box that we have been designing and we're going to make. Okay, let's get started. If you get stuck or lost anywhere along the video, pause it, rewind it back to before you got stuck. Watch the video again and try and work through the problem by yourself. Here we go then. This is what our box should look like at the end. Should look like something along these sort of lines. You're going to come up with your own design on the top of it. And we can actually use our mating tool here to animate what it will look like in real life. So you can see there where the lid can swing or spin around to be opened and shut. Okay, right, let's get going. So this is your library screen. You'll start to see other projects previously building up here. This is a new project, so we are going to create a new document. Click on the blue box, click on document. You can call this wooden storage box and click create. It takes a couple of seconds just to bring you through to your part studio. From here, I'm going to click on my 3 lines. I'm just going to check my workspace units. This is a really good habit to get into just to make sure we're working in millimeters, and we are. Sometimes Onshape has a habit of changing it to inches. Get into the habit before you start designing anything in Onshape just to check your units. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to use from our 3 planes here on the left hand side. I'm going to hide the front one and the right one. I'm just going to work in the top plane to start off with. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to start to make the sides of the box. So we're going to make the sides of the box. Here we go then. So I'm going to click on sketch. It's asking me which plane I want to sketch on. I want to sketch on the top plane. And I'm going to choose a corner rectangle. We haven't used much of these before, but it's a corner rectangle, not a center point rectangle, corner rectangle. I'm going to left click on the, I'm not going to left click on the origin actually because I don't need to do that. So I'm going to click my mouse, left button, drag it over, and I'm going to make a rectangle shape. Now, what Onshape has done there is it's told me, so you've made a sketch of a rectangle. This box here is saying the length of it is 108.298 millimeters. Don't fall into the trap of trying to click on that box to change the dimension. Because it's gone white, all I need to do is type in my dimension. So I'm going to type in 200 millimeters and click enter. You can see over here the dimension for this line here is told me it's 13.905. Don't fall into the habit of trying to click your button on that box. All Onshape will think you're doing is you're wanting to draw another rectangle. Because it's gone white, I can simply type my dimensions in. And this dimension is going to be 14 millimeters because we're going to use 14 mil thick plywood. Press enter. I'm still in my sketch mode. I haven't green ticked anything yet. I'm going to choose a line. And I'm going to take a line from the top left down to that line. See, it goes orange. That means I know it's constrained to it. It's fixed onto that line now. Onshape thinks I want to carry on drawing lines. I don't. So I'm going to right click on my mouse and I'm going to escape that line. I'm going to go over to the other side, move my sketch viewer out the way. I'm going to go to the other side, of my rectangle, line, top right corner, come down to here, make sure you go orange and click. Right click, escape line. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my dimensions tool at the top here. That's what our dimensions tool looks like. And I'm going to dimension the angle between this line and this line. Now we're going to use miter joints, similar to what we used in year 7 when we made our picture frames. We use miter joints to for the box, so we can join the sides together. So with my dimensions tool that I've selected, I'm going to click on this line here, left click, and I'm going to click on that line there, and you'll see by dragging my mouse off, Onshape is asking me, well, what angle do you want that to be? So I clicked on that line, and dragged my mouse off. When I click a third time, it now wants a dimension. I'm going to type in 45, and I'm going to press enter. And I'm going to repeat that over this side. So click on that line there, click on this diagonal line, bring it off my sketch, click a third time, type in 45 degrees. Final thing I need to do from here is I'm going to use my trim tool, which just looks like a pair of scissors. So if you're going to trim something, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this line and this line, and I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to do the same on this side, so this line and this line. I'm going to go back to my dimensions tool, and I'm just, because I'm quite particular, I don't like having dimensions on my sketches, get into the habit of moving your dimensions off your sketch, because it becomes messy if it is. So that's step 1. That's going to be the basic shape for our side piece for our box. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to green tick it. I'm just going to roll out on the mouse so you can see what it looks like. A bit further out, there we go. Next step is I need to extrude it. So I'm going to click extrude tool. Here's my extrude instructions box. I want it to be a solid. This is a new extrude, and it's asking me, so it says, what face or what sketch do you want to extrude? I want to extrude sketch 1, which I just did, so I can click there, or I've got the choice of clicking over here. On this occasion, I'm going to click here. I'm going to change the view to isometric so I can see what's happening. This button here means you can toggle up and down. Okay, I can go up with my extrude, or I can go down with my extrude. If I want to make my extrude symmetric, so half of it goes up, half of it goes down, you can do that too. Let's leave it as symmetric so we get used to using that tool, learning about that. And my depth, I'm going to set my depth for this extrude to 14mm. Get into the habit of using your tab key, so it's on the left hand side of your keyboard. Get into the habit of tabbing, because what it does, it gives you a preview of what that extrude will look like before I've pressed my green tick. It just saves me time. I'm happy with that. I can have a good view of that, and I'm quite happy with that. Green tick. Final thing I want you to do in this part is right click on your part 1. I want you to edit the appearance, and we're going to choose a browny wood colour, something like that. The rendering capabilities in Onshape, the version we're using, are not the best, and I want to hide my plane there just so it all stands out. I'm going to hide the origin too by clicking on that eye. Okay, that is what the first side piece of my box will look like. Follow on for the next video so you can create the other sides.